Good afternoon, robotics and coding students. We're going to look at assignment number 2 called Dino Dance Party as part of our learning for the Scratch programming language. Dino Dance Party will have us looking at a number of different sprites, the objects in Scratch, and we'll be placing them onto a backdrop, which is similar to a background in Scratch. And they will be moving as we program them. The dinosaurs will be performing one function, while the ballerina that's in our dance will be doing something different. So the first thing we're going to want to do when we start this project is remove the cat. So our Scratch cat will not be in this particular assignment. And so there's two ways to do that, and I'll show you both. You can select these scissors up here at the top, and that will allow you to delete it, the cat. You can also right-click on objects, and right-clicking on objects will give you some choices. I'll just show you quickly what we can do there. I will just select this apple real fast, just to show you. So if we want to delete objects, we can also right-click on them and delete them, and that will remove them as well. So in this particular assignment, we're going to be loading a new sprite, and the sprite that we're going to use, as I mentioned, is this dinosaur right here, called Dinosaur 1. And we're going to hit OK. And there is our dinosaur friend. Okay. And the first script that I'm going to, or the first, command that we're going to use here is if I go into, we'll just go into events. We're going to use the when key pressed command. And as you can see, there's lots of different options. So you can do a number of different things here. This time we're going to use the spacebar, and when the spacebar is clicked, we are going to switch to the next costume. And so you might be asking yourself, well, what is that next costume? I'm going to show you what happens here. So here is our dinosaur. These are all of his wicked dance moves. Okay. And we can actually see these costumes by clicking on this Costumes tab. And so you can see them here, and there they are flipping through. So there's a number of them. Each costume, as of the dinosaur, has a different file name. So he's known as Dinosaur 1, and the first picture that we see is A, but then you can see it's labeled B, C, D, and so on throughout the different dances. Okay. This area over here, so this whole area over here, this is called the paint editor, and we can actually do a lot of different things here. It's a fairly simple drawing program, but does allow you to do a fair bit, from adding text to putting pencil on. So I could actually change some of these colors, add things, take things away. We're just going to leave the dinosaur as he is today, but there are lots of options for that. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to our scripts window here and start with this event, and we're going to pull out the when the green flag is clicked, and I'm going to pull out this next costume. We're going to put away the when spacebar is pressed key command. Back to control, and going to pull out this forever command. You'll remember we use this in our cat art program. This is that forever loop, so it's going to keep going over and over and over again. And I put in next costume. Now, the interesting thing here is, just as an example and to show you, when I hit the green flag here, he is going amazingly fast. And so every time you see that new change, that's how fast these commands are going through. this forever loop. Okay? And that's really too quick for what we're looking to do. So we're going to add some more to it. Okay? The other thing to also keep in mind is that the commands, or the costumes, pardon me, of the dinosaur don't exactly fit in with what we're looking for. So we're going to change this a little bit. The costumes that actually work best for this particular dancing dinosaur is costume C and costume D. If I were to place both of these into the loop, you'll see that it doesn't appear as though anything is happening. And again, that's because these commands are happening so fast. So what I want to do instead is actually put some wait time in. We're going to slow the computer down in order to allow us to actually see what's going on. And so right now it says wait 1 second. We're going to change that. I'm going to type on the keyboard 0.5 seconds, so half a second. And when I run it now, you can see he's got some sweet dance moves, and that's exactly what I want. I'm going to stop him there. Okay. Now for my particular assignment, I want to have not just one dancing dinosaur, I want to have 3 dancing dinosaurs. So I can right click onto the dinosaur in the sprites bar at the bottom, and I'm going to click duplicate. And I now have 2 dancing dinosaurs. We'll just spread them out. So there's dinosaur 1, there's dinosaur 2, and I'm actually going to create a 3rd one as well. And I now have 3 dancing dinosaurs. As I switch to each different dinosaur, the programming has also been duplicated as well. So now when I hit the green flag, all 3 dinosaurs will act at the same time. If I were to change the programming for, let's say, dinosaur 3 and hit that green flag, now dinosaur 3 would have different programming to him. He may look different than the other 2 dinosaurs, depending on what I did with the programming. So the dinosaurs are able to dance, but the background looks a little bit boring. We're actually going to add a backdrop. So I can click on that icon at the bottom in the backdrop category. And if I click on indoor here, I want this spotlight stage. So there's a number of different options here, and you can actually create your own backgrounds as well. You can also import pictures that you can use. So there's a large variety of different backdrops that we can use, but I'm going to add this one here. So I'm going to put my middle dinosaur right in that space, and I'm going to put the 2 other dinosaurs just off to the side and make it look as though they're a little bit more fitting into the picture here on the stage. Now when I run this, you can see that my dinosaurs are dancing about where I want them to. I might move that little one, or the middle one, a little bit in order to get him looking as though he's on that stage a little better. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Now the interesting thing I want to show you here is that not only do the dinosaurs have scripts attached to them, the stage also has script attached to it. So we can make some changes here as well. So again, with the event, when the green flag is clicked, pull out our forever loop. And you'll remember this from our cat art page. We're going to change the color effect by 25. And this will only affect the backdrop color. Okay. And we're going to put a wait command in just so that it's not too fast. And we're going to actually make it 0.1 seconds. So quite quick, but not too quick for us. And now when we run this, there's a whole lot of color happening there. Looks like a pretty good dance party. Stop that. So we will pause there for a moment. And look at the music that can go with this. We have some dancing dinosaurs, but they're not exactly dancing to anything. So we can go up to the Sounds tab here. And there are a variety of different sounds that we can use. There's a library. You can also record new sounds or upload some sounds from the upload some sounds if you've made some or if you have some on the internet. We are going to use this dance sound here called Dance Around. We're going to say OK. And again, move to the Scripts tab. And under Sound, we're going to play the sound Dance Around until done. We'll add some other events. And there we go. Try that again. And there you go. So that would continue playing. The entire dance around sound will play until done. If you don't use the until done command, if you simply put the play sound dance around, it will actually play just a tiny portion and just keep looping that tiny portion because it doesn't have a chance to finish. So we can put that in there. That is the some of the basics for this particular dinosaur video for this assignment. I'm running low on time for the first video, so I'm going to pause it there, and we will continue again in a moment. Just look for the next video for the Dino Dance Party.